Hi. Hi, everybody. My name is Austin Panek, but you can just call me Panek. I'm a Twitch streamer that's trying to branch out into different realms of content creation, so I'll make an attempt to combine high-level gameplay sometimes with my natural sense of humor while also trying to be informative as possible. Buckle up and stay in your seats because I'm probably going to take you to places you've never been before. This is my first attempt at that on YouTube, the start of a new series where I'm going to review my own gameplay and try to explain my reasoning or certain mechanics. For this video, we're going to do Smite and we're going to do Joust, which is the 3v3 mode. So let's get on to it. As you can see, I have my video player up. I got a clip of a Smite game. So basically, if you're new or returning to Smite, Smite is a game with gods like Zeus and even some like not so gods like King Arthur and Mulan and stuff like that. Over 100 gods, to where there's different varying mechanics and game modes to where you have to like learn how to counter and learn how to build and stuff like that. In today's video, I'm gonna go play by play, step by step, very methodically, and tell you my reasoning to what everything I'm about to do. As you can see on the screen in the bottom right, it says abilities. They're flashing. I got a bunch of different stuff on the screen. Bottom left, there's gold. There's 1500 gold. You see an item that shows like a little amulet with an up. That means that I can get a relic, which is very important in the game. At the top, very top of the screen, above the stream PC goal, you see that the game starts in 12 seconds. They give you a little buffer to where you could buy like different items and, you know, upgrade your abilities and be able to get to your lane real quick. On either side you see 0 0. That's the kill counter. Top next to that is the gold for each team, which the blue is our team, 4500 gold, 4500 gold for them on the red team, which basically it's tied right now. It's the beginning of the game, so that's a little tracker that tells you like not only how many kills that your team or their team has, but tells you how much gold total that both teams have. Also, if you look like to the top left, which is kind of cut off by my webcam, and to the top right, you can see the different gods that are in this game. Top left, I'm Zeus currently. I'm the one that's top left most. I'm wearing a skin. It's one of my favorite skins in the game. The random is Shibalanke, and then my friend is the furthest to the right on the top left as Sun Wukong. He's basically our tank. He's setting stuff up for us. Top right, they have Cthulhu, which is like a very damaging, like broken tank in terms of the meta. They have Morrigan, which he can copy people. I'll explain the mechanics as the game's going on. Then you have Cupid, who's a healing hunter. He's really good right now in the meta. As the video goes on, I'll explain it a little bit more. But basically, right now, we're in a game mode called Joust. It's 3v3. You're trying to take objectives. Each team has a tower, each team has a phoenix, and each team has a titan. Now, the objective is to not only try to pick and get like a kill on one of the opposing gods while you're in lane. The objective is to try to take out the enemy team's objectives. The way you win the game is by killing the titan or them surrendering. There's numerous ways to go about that. But that being said, I'll explain as the game is going on, and yeah, let's get into it. So currently, I'm playing Zeus. I go in to buy a relic first. This is what's called purification beads. You can read it right there. Using this item removes crowd control effects, which means stuns, roots, you know, any of that, slows, and makes you immune to new ones for 2 seconds. So it helps me get out of sticky situations. You see me buy Mage's Blessing, which is a good starter item. A lot of like beginner players and players that are returning don't normally look at starter items. And I suggest if you're new or returning to the game and you don't know like any builds or anything, you either go to a site or you go to an informative video, much like this one, and you either try to learn a build or talk to somebody that knows how to build, or just put it on auto buy. The number one thing I always suggest to new players is to always start off on auto buy, so you can just work on like your game mechanics first and learning how to counter people. After you learn how to counter people and you learn your mechanics, then you can learn how to build and talk in the VGS and stuff like that. But as you see, I'm building Mage's Blessing first, and it gets quite a few good things. Magical power, obviously, I'm a mage, so I want power. It's doing 10 plus ability damage. I'm going ability based, so it's going to be great. Once it's leveled up, I get cooldown reduction, which is great because it helps me spam more abilities. And yeah, pretty much that's it. Next item I believe I go is I start in the Divine Ruin. As you can see in the passive for that, enemies hit by your abilities have 40% reduced healing. That's important because their Cupid is a healer. So I'm going to make sure that as our damage and somebody that's very easily getting my damage out there, especially on the Cupid, I want to make sure that I'm reducing his healing, because in this new Joust map, because there was previous iterations of the Joust map, it's bigger. So you want to try to stay out as long as you can, because if you're outlasting your opponent and you're out there longer and you're out farming them, you're going to be a higher level. You're a higher level. You have a higher chance of killing them easier. They have a lower chance of killing you easier. And if you can kill them and take their objectives, you're winning the game. That's the point of the game. So this item is not only nice because I'm making sure I'm reducing the healing of everybody that's like getting lifesteal or such, or even his like innate ability to heal people with his abilities. I'm also making sure that I'm getting magical pen, because it's a penetration item, which means if Cthulhu starts building magical defense against me, I'm going to have an easier time damaging him. And penetration, the word penetration means to get through. So I'm getting through his magical defense. Next, I buy mana pots, which I'm a mage. Throwing out my abilities costs mana. For every god throwing out abilities, for the most part, costs mana. So if I'm out there, and you'll see later in my build, I go sustainability, which I go lifesteal to get more health. But the mana is important because you're trying to stay out there, throw your abilities even longer. So I buy 1 or 2 mana pots, then I buy a health pot so I can stay out there longer. I save the rest of my money because I'm trying to rush into that Divine Ruin to try to reduce healing. And as I said, that should be most of the stuff I explained for right now. I'll explain everything as the game's going on. Can I use my drink ticket on this? You're gonna hear banter between me and my friend. You're also going to see, if you see like those buttons in my name with the god next to it, it's a little bit blurry because I'm taking this from a stream VOD. As you see, I have a donation goal and I'm talking to chat as this video is going on. But not only do you have to learn the mechanics of like gods and how to counter different gods and how to build again. So number one, you're going to want to build against gods. In my opinion, as somebody that's played a high diamond, a little bit in the masters, you're going to want to learn how to counter gods. You learn how to counter gods by building them, and even in ranked, if you eventually get that far, if you learn what gods counter which and you counter build them, you're giving yourself a higher chance to win the game easier, you know what I mean? And as you see, like right there, I didn't mean to I cut myself off, but as you see me saying good luck to the team, it's called VGS. So basically I'm talking to my team. This is the way to talk to my team. If you're on Xbox, you can even enter custom messages and stuff, but it's easier if you learn the in-game chat system because you can talk to your friends. I'm gonna try to make it like as unedited as possible, but I'm gonna have to fucking... I'm placing a ward down, which with the new the new improvements to the game modes, they give you a free ward, which means you can see through the shroud or fog of war if they try to cross your ward. So you know, knowing where your enemy is at all times is one of the most important aspects of the game. I cannot stress it enough. So I basically just ran up here to place a ward to make sure they're not stealing our jungle buff. So right now we're going to be in the buffing phase where at the beginning of the match, before we get to wave, before we're killing minions, we're going to make sure we're getting speed and we're going to make sure we're getting mana. I need the mana because I'm a mage, and one of them is going to get speed because they'll be more evasive or get around easier because they don't have boots yet. Talk about like VGS and shit like that. I'm also going to bleep out most of the shit I'm saying. I'm not going to be monetized yet, so I'm not going to bleep any of this stuff yet. No, I don't have to bleep it out because like I can't be monetized yet anyways. I'm also talking about the recording while I'm recording, so if you don't mind that, I apologize. So as you see, the game just said minions have spawned. The game has officially started. And the top left and the top right, you see the gold going up. You passively get gold as the game goes on. The game has officially started, and we're now going for buffs.
Maybe he's gonna watch my YouTube video.
So the ability I just threw is my square, which is my 1. So the 1 in itself arcs to different people. So it's an ability based version of my basic pretty much, except that as I throw it, it like arcs and chains to other people. As you saw that, we dropped it and that little yellow thing went on the ground. I told him to take the jungle buff. He got it. And now he's got speed. I'm basically just saying hi to them, just like starting the game. As this game goes on, you'll realize Sun Wukong is my friend. He does very, very well at setting me and this other guy up. This other guy's a random. We're playing a casual game. It's not like high intensity at all. I'm not trying to waste mana on these creeps. I suggest if you're going for buffs, try not to waste mana and all your abilities on them if you don't have to. Get the buffs without trying to use your abilities, because you want to go to lane and then clear wave and then attack the other gods. You just saw me use my 3, which is my circle. Basically, Zeus's whole kit is built around his circle, which is his discharge. And whenever so his passive, I believe, is he gets a charge on somebody with each basic attack or each ability use besides his circle. You can get up to 3 charges with his passive. And if you get up to 3 charges, you press the circle, it's massive damage. Basically, the whole thing about Zeus is you're trying to get charges on people and then delete them, because Zeus is amazing if used properly.
Redneck Hillbilly Gamer, hey buddy, what up, bro?
I'm just saying hi to my thing. Now we're in mid lane. You just saw a Cthulhu ability. I basically just want to explain Zeus's abilities and stuff for right now. I'll explain like other gods as I get to them in further future videos. But for now, basically after you get your buffs, you want to go to mid lane and defend your tower. And by that, I mean each team sends waves of soldiers at the towers like continually. So basically, you want to attack their wave and then attack their gods. That's the whole point of Joust. Then you want to go back when you need health or mana. And that's why the game mode is called Joust, is because it's very back and forth, just like how jousting was. Like when knights would joust each other in the old days, you know what I mean?
We're just filming for some YouTubes. Nothing serious.
As you can see, you see those little Z's, those bubbles around them? Those are the charges I was talking about, and I'm mid-cast of my circle. As you can see in the bottom left too, as the video is going on,
why I level the way I level.
As the video is going on, my gold's getting higher without me doing anything. You just saw me throw my X, which is my shield. The way that my shield works is when I throw my shield and I throw like a basic attack or my square off of it, my square arcs off of it like as if it were an enemy. But if I throw a basic attack off of it, it becomes like an AoE off of the shield, like that circle area. Now that I've explained all my abilities, you saw my tank go up there, how he just stunned him. I'm not playing very well right here. This isn't a good play on my part. As a mage, your job is to usually stay like mid to long range, stay safe while also poking them for damage. He set me up well there. I wasn't up there. I had popped a mana pot while I was doing this to make sure I'm regenerating this mana as I'm losing it. So I pretty much have like a good supply of mana as the game is going on.
Probably should have been up there. I was getting zoned by the Cthulhu though.
Oh mana, yeah, Cthulhu is like the ultimate mage zoner, bro. Stupid.
So basically, while the game is going on, while there's no minions, it's pretty much a good idea and a good time to start engaging the other gods. If you can get one or two of the gods down in a 3v3 match, you could pretty much start hitting the tower and going for objective.
It's gonna be an easy game if they're dodging like that.
Yeah, well, I've never played Zeus against Cthulhu. Zeus just slapped.
Yeah. Especially if he tries to.
Pretty much, I'm not gonna pause it as much unless something's going on. This is a big misplay on my part. So you see this yellow stuff around them, like that's not my charges. That is a relic. So there's various different relics in this game. I have a relic which makes it so I can't get stunned or anything after I activate it, but they chose a relic, which means that I can't do damage to them while it's active. I wasn't paying attention during this. I was just this is a casual game. So I got my charges on them. I could have easily killed them, but I activated my circle and my ability while their damage nullification ability was up. You know what I'm saying? Watch.
Oh, I could have killed
See how it just said immune?
him.
I'll go back like a few seconds.
Yeah. Especially if he tries to charge
Watch
me.
when I get my charges on them
Cupid, what do we
and when I'm about to activate it.
Oh, I
See how it says immune right here? That means no damage. I got my charges on them. I activated my circle. It was a bad play on my part.
could have killed them. I could have killed them. That's definitely being discussed in the video. They both ages, and I had 2 charges on them. That was possibly both of their lives.
He's just zoning us. The whole objective right now is to just try to push up
Do what I do.
as close as I can to them.
Do as I say.
I want to try to get in there and do as much damage as I possibly can. They're fighting back. My tank and my teammates are setting me up, kind of. I go up there, get risky with it. My tank literally saves my life before she stuns me. I get a kill off of it. Pretty much the tank saved my life, and then I kind of paid our team back, or paid him back, which paid it to the team, and got the kill. It's a very team-based game. If you got a teammate that's saving your life while you're also able to do your job, you're going to be a very successful player in this game. As you are about to see, I'm about to run for my life and just hope and pray that I don't get killed, because that was a very aggressive play by me.
My ass.
I had some.
Yeah, you saved my life.
And he saved my life again.
And I was
You
trying to stand in front.
you
of
set
him.
that up and saved my life.
I had also popped a health pot while I was in that fight. I'm in a sticky situation right here. The Cupid couldn't hit a basic, and I got my ultimate. So let's go back here when I'm about to die. I got level. You see how I got level 5? Once you hit level 5, you're able to unlock your ultimate, which is your triangle. I'm literally about to die here again by my bad positioning. Don't necessarily follow everything I do in this video, because this is a casual match. I'm just trying to get this video out there and help others. You know what I mean? I always want to help others. But we're going to activate, we're going to unlock the ult. So as you level up, you can unlock abilities. My main goal as Zeus is to always try to max my circle out to get as much damage out there, because in my opinion, ability-based Zeus with a maxed out circle is very viable. I'm about to die here, so I try like a latch stitch play just in case I die. The Cupid doesn't play very well. Nobody hits their basics on me. I throw my ult out and we end up getting 2 kills out of it.
I don't have mana.
Basically with my ult, the longer they stay in that giant circle, the more lightning bolts come down and hit them. And as I said earlier, almost all of his abilities or his basics add a charge to somebody. So not only are they taking ultimate damage, but they're also about to take my discharge if I'm still alive. You cannot activate your discharge unless you're still alive. And then on top of that, you have like a 3-second or so buffer before the charge disappears. So it's not on them permanently. Okay, so I kind of went a little bit fast. I think in future videos, when I go back to the spawn and buy an item, while you're going back, you can do what I'm doing. Just make sure you're safe when you're doing it. While you're going back, you can open up the store preemptively, and you could start looking at your item, what item you want to buy. I'm going for Divine Ruin, like I said, beginning in the game. It's going to reduce healing on any type of lifesteal they have, and it's also going to give me penetration against the Cthulhu. So that's what I buy. I think I start boots next.
Yeah, she doesn't want to. Fine with me.
I do not start boots next. I didn't buy any more pots because I didn't really need them at this point. I'm just coming back to wave, just messaging my chat. I'm just messing around, saying I'm the greatest and stuff like that. I'm over here buffing on blue because, like I said, the importance of getting blue on a mage it's pretty much completely necessary. It's a necessity. It's helping you with your cooldown reduction, I believe, and it's also helping you with mana. Now we're over here going to do a contestable buff, the red buff, which is usually both sides fight for it.
In this.
It's a team fight. I missed one of my abilities. They're not really focusing on me. That's great. My teammate almost dies. I get a good amount of chunk damage on them. And I end up getting a kill because for some reason he wanted to run at us.
Game's a lot easier.
I can probably stun from behind here. Yeah, I'm going.
He ends up making a play where he stuns somebody and my random teammate gets the kill on it. This random was actually really good. I believe we end up adding him after the game. It's basically we're just commending each other, you know. I'm trying to clear a wave while being sneaky, not trying to die real quick.
Oh, he just fucked him.
You also don't need to face wave or any of that when you get your charge on somebody. You could literally turn around and, like,
Jesus.
kill somebody. My teammate's making another great play. I mean, I was blessed enough to have good teammates in this game. My friend and then random.
Just took half her health and she was almost nowhere near that shield.
When you have levels on somebody in this game, it's so important because that means you have higher ability scaling, which means you're doing more damage to people that have less health than you, for the most part.
Sent him a message. Hey, yo, bro, you're way better than the bronze we play with. Actually, no.
It's usually good, a good rule of thumb when you're going back, let your teammates know that you're going back. You're not always going to be in a party chat with somebody in a game like Smite. Sometimes you're going to be playing with randoms. Just let them know. It's a courtesy thing to just let them know you're going back, because especially if you're the mage and you're the one that's supposed to clear wave. And for example, if I did go back and I'm the mage, they're going to be the ones left with clearing the wave. Usually the mage or like an ability based hunter or something like that is made to clear wave, you know what I mean? I want to make, because you also don't want to miss wave because you're missing out on XP.
I'm an idiot. Oh, I got off though.
My teammate just set me up again. I had another charge as she was trying to run away.
Stole that one from you.
You're good.
Stole the charge.
My dumb ass probably would have used discharge anyways. While the Aegis is up.
So the thing we're attacking is their tower. That's their first objective that we have to go for. It goes tower, Phoenix, and then Titan. And if you want to circumvent, like you see that little line coming off, each of the objectives can attack you back. So it's usually a good rule of thumb to either have somebody on your team that can dive and be super aggressive, or you can kill the other team and then have to just worry about wave, or you can go for this thing called bull on the left side of the map. We didn't go for bull this game, so I'll just explain it very briefly. Bull is an objective that you can get. It's basically a creature that's in the jungle. Both teams could try to get it, and if you get it, it negates the tower or the Phoenix, or no, the tower or the Phoenix. It can't negate the Titan, and negates the tower or the Phoenix from attacking you. It's usually a good rule of thumb to get the tower first before you get bull, so you're not really wasting it, so to speak. But if you need to get bull to get their tower down and get an objective down, then that's fine.
Well, that being said, I hope this video at least goes to 10 minutes.
My teammates getting kills and stuff while I'm over here trying to focus on my script.
I'm dead. I'm dead for sure.
Oh, we might kill him. We might kill him. We might kill him. Oh, he's...
Yeah, I didn't.
we
Yeah, I
killed him
didn't turn
before.
around.
As you can see, this game is going on. They start to get more and more aggressive. At the top of the screen, it shows 11 kills to 2 kills, and we're 7 minutes in. Below the timer, you see my KDA, which is kill, deaths, assists. 4 kills, 1 death, 7 assists. They start chasing me very hard because I feel like they start getting frustrated. They start going for more for kills, less for objective. I didn't speak about it last time I went to Tower, but I got an item called Shoes of the Magi. Not Shoes of the Magi. I got the blue shoes instead of the purple shoes. They give cooldown, mana, movement speed, power. It's just a very, like, boots for most people are usually extremely important because you can get around faster. You could do a little bit more damage. It gives a little bit of everything. Boots are such a good item. Next item I go into is Soul Gem. The reason why I'm going into Soul Gem is it's giving all of that tasty, delicious stuff: magical power, health, magical lifesteal, cooldown reduction. Cooldown reduction being a thing that makes it so all of your abilities you can use quicker, which means less seconds that you're waiting. Health steal means the more damage I do, the more health I get back. Just basically, as a mage and with the current meta, you're trying to stay up there and alive as long as you possibly can. And with that, you can win the game easier because you're up there doing damage all the time while they're going back. And you're also killing their objectives while they're going back and killing their wave and so and so. So the passive on it, you could see on each hit of ability, I gain a stack, and basically off of, like, each item usually has a passive, and that's a lot of stuff, a lot of different stuff I'll go to in the future. I just want to explain from here on out, like, what items I'm getting and briefly touch on them. Maybe in a video in the future, I'll talk about passives and such, but I just wanted to get this video out there to explain how I'm building, why I'm building, and eventually I'll get into different builds, different items, passives, such as that. I just bought an item, which is basically a chalice of mana. Usually with mana pots, you buy them, you use them, they're gone. But if you get enough gold, you could buy a chalice that refills every time you go back to the tower and recall. That literally just refills, so when you buy it, it's just saving you cash in the long run instead of you continually buying pots. We're starting a fight, being very aggressive against them. We just destroyed their tower, which is their first objective, along with getting a kill. So basically, we are pretty much just totally dominating this game.
It is so fun, dude.
You're literally just hawking people. It's your job.
As you see in the bottom right, I made sure to rush and level my circle, which, again, as earlier as I explained, he's an ability-based god in this build, so I made it so my charges do a lot of damage.
It's pretty fucking tanky, but
We literally just wiped them, and
Oh, she turned to Zeus, you're dead.
and with Morgan, she could turn to anybody in the map. So, because I'm dominating, and I have 7 of our 14 kills, 1 death, and I have a lot of gold and I'm full built, Morgan can turn to anybody in the game. So, she gets your level, she gets your god, she gets your ability, she gets everything about you. And she tried to kill me and my teammates. So, the fact that he got away with his life is actually pretty good, because I'm doing pretty well in this game.
Who would have thought not only did you build against her, you built against me? That was actually a good play.
So fuck you. That's why I wasn't scared of the fucking Cthulhu, but when the Cupid started coming over, I was like, oh fuck, dude.
Yep,
But he sucks.
he does.
Hello?
There he is.
Hi! Bucky, we don't need that. We found our...
Yeah, pretty much we're just bantering about how we found a random that's better than him. We just joke around.
Sorry when he makes a bad play.
That's true, he did say sorry. Yeah.
He did, even though it wasn't his fault at all. It was our fault.
Oh, I'm going around back from there.
You're going out of left field.
This man's always trying to make plays, and I love that about him.
Yeah, bitch. Misplay, misplay.
Basically, our whole playstyle is we try to get picks on people so we can go towards objectives. He gets very frustrated, I feel like, and he just goes straight in and tries to just kill me out of frustration.
Oh, he's dead.
He wanted me that bad.
I just finished buying the item, the soul gem, so
Analysis about this video. This is why he's a broken character, for one, and for two, this is why you don't go for kills in Joust.
he literally, so the number one thing I always tell people is, if you're playing an objective-based mode, just please play the objective, because you're going to win the game playing objective. I mean, there's a few other ways you can win, like if you steamroll somebody and they feel like surrendering, yeah, you could win. But like in the actual like dynamic and the design of the game, you're designed to win by objective. So play objective. Stop chasing kills, especially if you're down 16-3. What's the big deal if you get a kill on me? You're gonna gain a level, maybe some gold. Who cares?
It's 16-3, and I'm 2 of the kills because Cthulhu had a hard on for me.
Next item I'm about to go is Doom Orb. With the Doom Orb, I basically get movement speed so I can run around cucks like the Cthulhu. I also get a shit ton of power, MP5, mana, just a bunch of stuff. Another thing that I think you'd love about this game if you're a newer returning player, though, a lot of the skins and voice lines are awesome.
We can end this whenever we want now. It's past 10 minutes. It's past the YouTube video.
Oh, can you end it whenever you want?
Again, I'm buffing. The important things about buffs, even in the later games, is that you're getting XP. XP is what rules this game pretty much. If you're getting XP and you're out leveling your opponent, you're out building them, you're getting extra gold, stuff like that. That just means you have more of a chance to win. If you're just, that's basically like if you're a stronger person than another person, you just have a higher chance to win.
Got my back there, Cupid boy. Oh, look at you! You stopped my back. You are a little bitch right there.
I hurt Cthulhu now.
I'm on her. I saw her. Oh, she turned into Zeus.
Yeah, she tried to turn into me and make a play. It didn't work out for them at all, again. Well, they're over here trying to do kills. I don't necessarily blame them. I mean, we're still playing casual, so where you should try to have fun. But if you want to win the game, go for objectives, man.
I'll build a rope because I do kind of Cupid smack, and I need to kind of tank the top.
Can I use my drink voucher on this?
He's on the run.
I think if I shave lightning bolts inside of my head, that would be kind of cool.
Dude, I don't like my hair; it's too short.
I'm getting the second tier of Doom Orb. Doom Orb is a very expensive item. I'm about to go Shell, I believe. Yeah, I bought Shell. So basically what Shell is Shell is basically a shell. It's a shield. A temporary shield that gets thrown on you and your teammates. It could save a lot of lives. It gives you basically extra health.
Play a long track. This might take a while.
If you put it up, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
man
when you
bun.
put it down like that, yeah, it looks like my hair when my hair.
This is my first video of the series, so it's going to be a little bit longer than other videos.
Man bun.
You gotta
My first video, period, that I'm technically like... I wouldn't say professionally producing, but it's got a level of like professionalism to it. You know what I mean?
This man put the fucking Play-Doh in his hair. He's wondering why it looks stupid.
Play-Doh.
we just banter, man.
Stoning these bitches. They're right here, Christian.
I know. I'm trying to make sure I fuck it over there.
Again, my tank making big plays for me. We're being extra aggressive. We're getting them all low.
I just went to fucking upgrade my own.
We're trying to get kills so we can
Nice job, bro.
so we can go for the objectives, of course.
Oh, you're chasing him down on the fucking Jesus.
Zeus. She keeps trying to change into me to make plays.
Chase me.
You want a piece of what?
Why,
You want
bud?
some of the Zeus juice?
You want some of it? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
I don't know if
Ow.
we have the Zeus juice to take this. I just
don't,
discharge an,
level
an
13.
immune fucking.
So the way the objective works when you get to the Titan is he can come and attack you, but if you have no minions in there and you're not in there anymore, he can go back and go sit down and heal. So as for an example, how I just discharged while I was out of there with no minions, he will immune to all damage because nobody's in there, and the only way that you could damage him if he's up and attacking something.
There's gonna be so many bleeps in this YouTube video. I didn't want to edit.
No, there won't. This is my first video and it's not monetized, so I don't give a fuck.
You almost got to.
SR too much for YouTube. Actually, no. I don't have to because it's not gonna be monetized anyways. It don't matter. It's
Just a pistol round, don't matter.
Can you not swear?
Don't worry
Fuck
about
you,
it.
Bucky. This is on video. Yeah. And YouTube's gonna say
And as you saw, this game mode's a very methodical game mode. As we're going for objective and stuff, it's not the smartest idea to just keep rushing at their objective. It's called Joust for a reason. It's very back and forth. So as long as you have like any comments or concerns, or you want any questions, or you can hit me up on Twitter or anything, and I'll try my best to try to teach. Like I'm trying my best to try to teach others and help others, because I feel like I've been put on this earth to help others. So
that in a derogatory way because I said fuck you, not fuck.
Yeah, fuck you.
I finished Doom Orb,
Mustard pickles.
so that's up.
You look like mustard pickles.
On the left, if you see his icon, the Sun Wukong's icon going near Bull, he's just going over there to check to make sure they're not over there, because at a late stage like this, I'm not going to say that a team that's down this bad can make a push, but getting Bull would help them towards the push, because then they wouldn't have to worry about tower hitting them if they were going for the objective.
Fine, they look pretty good.
No, they're ugly as fuck.
Oh, and if you stayed this far into the video and you're watching the whole thing, go down in the comment section and remind me that I just reminded you to go drink your water today. Stay hydrated, bitch.
Look like Dietrich.
Christian, no. At least bring Cthulhu back. We can whoop his ass.
I was lucky enough to have a tank that was setting me up and random that was actually pretty good, so I think we end the game here. If not, get close to it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is where the end of the game is. So pretty much you kill the Titan and you win. He's over there trying to get a cheap kill real quick.
You are Dietrich.
And pretty much that's the end of the game. And usually, like, as customary and being like a good teammate or whatever, you say good game. There's even a VGS for like good game in this game. So yeah, just be a good person in game when you win the game. And that's pretty much the end of like my very first this first video. So other than that, I mean, pretty much just it's just that's my first video, and this is going to be my series, my Panek's Gift of Knowledge series, where I try to I'm just going to try to do what I can, and that's going to be uploaded like early in the week going here on out. Usually I'm going to aim for filming these videos on Mondays and releasing them, premiering them on Tuesdays. I'm going to try to stick to a 3 upload a week upload schedule for now, because I'm always over every day on twitch.tv// it's Panek, streaming every single day. I don't take a day off. It's 7 days a week. usually like 6-hour days. So come and talk to me if you want. I'm usually playing different games. I'm a variety streamer, and you guys are going to find out real quickly that I like to get into a lot of different things. So I'm going to do what I can to give you guys my knowledge. And this is the very first episode of this series. I have 3 different series planned. So this one's going to be early in the week, midweek, usually like on Wednesday. It's going to be filmed on Tuesday. Is going to be me reacting to different videos. So this is going to be gameplay review in the beginning of the week. Midweek is going to be like me reacting to funny videos and stuff like that. And then the end of the week, it's going to be usually Throwback Thursday stream going into a Flashback Friday video where I take the VOD of the stream and I cut it into like 2 videos. My first game I'm going to be playing for Throwback Thursday, my first like retro game, is going to be a Pokemon game. I want you guys to help me decide. And other than that, I appreciate you guys for watching my first like actual like attempt at YouTube. So make sure to go like, comment, and subscribe. And that's the end of the video for today. Everybody have a good rest of your day, and Panek out. Don't panic, bro.